नमस्कार। हमारे इस विशेष प्रसारण में आपका स्वागत है। भारतीय विद्या भवन की प्लैटिनम जुबली के अवसर पर यहाँ कमानी ऑडिटोरियम में 3 दिन के संगीत समारोह का आयोजन किया गया है, जिसमें देश के उच्च कोटि के कलाकार भाग लेने जा रहे हैं। इस समारोह का उद्घाटन किया जाएगा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती शीला दीक्षित द्वारा। तो इस वक्त ऑडिटोरियम में क्या गतिविधियाँ चल रही हैं, आइए हम भी शामिल होते हैं। The stage is all set for the festival to begin. This also marks the 125th birth anniversary of the founder of Bharatiya Vidyabhawan, the eminent Gandhian freedom fighter and statesman, Dr. K.M. Munshi. Dr. Munshi looked upon the Bhavan as an adventure in faith, a faith in India's past, present and future. It is also a faith in India's people who have a rich and unbroken cultural heritage. True to its goal of revitalizing dharma, or the moral law, in its threefold aspects of truth, love and beauty, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, the Bhavan is ceaselessly striving to carry forward India's ageless message of faith, self-discipline and dedication. Shraddha, Samayam and Samarpana. During the last 6 decades and more of its existence, the Bhavan has blossomed into an ever-growing, voluntary, apolitical national movement with its international outlook devoted to life, literature and culture.
Sangeetsamaroh 2012. We welcome our chief guest for the opening evening, Srimati Sheeladixit ji, the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something we'd like to share with you right at the start of the program, which is the fact that though only in its 4th year, this Sangeet Samaroh has attracted so much attention that for the first time there is a live telecast of this program on Doordarshan's DD Bharti channel. This telecast will be covering all 3 days. It does, however, put a few restrictions for us, one of which is, may I request all audience members to please remain seated during the performance, as the cameras will be on without your knowing it. Secondly, we request all friends from the media, whether using video or still photography, to please stick to the 2 side aisles. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important year in the life of the Bhartiya Vidyabhawan. It was founded on 7th November 1938, a date important not just because it is a whole decade before independence, but because this year the Bhartiya Vidyabhavan steps into its 75th year. The year also marks the 125th year of its founder, Kulapati K.M. Munshi's life. The Bhavan was founded with the objective of preserving and promoting Indian culture, Bharatiya Sanskriti, and Sanskrit language. It was founded with the blessings of Mahatma Gandhi to serve the entire band of heritage in terms of culture, classical music, performing arts, and education. And from being a modest Indological research institution, it has grown today into a comprehensive, cooperative, apolitical national movement with an international outlook. It has been hailed by the Government of India as an educational institution of national eminence. It is a recipient of the Communal Harmony Award, the Rajiv Gandhi Award for National Integration, and the International Gandhi Peace Prize. It has a very strong pan-Indian presence with over 120 centers in India and 8 overseas, including very strong and vibrant centers in London and New York, as well as Sydney. The Sangeet Samaroh is organized annually by the Delhi Kendra on Bhavan's Foundation Day. This year, the 3-day festival begins with a Santoor recital by the Santoor maestro Pandit Bhajan Sapori. But before we begin with the music, may I invite the Honorable Chief Minister of the National Capital Territory of Delhi to please come onto the stage, ma'am, offer flowers to the portrait of Kulapati K.M. Munshi and light the ceremonial lamp. May I invite you onto the stage, please, along with the chairman of the Delhi Kendra, Shri C.R. Garekhan, and the director of the Delhi Kendra, Shri Ashok Pradhan. Ma'am. I invite Vice President Srimati Uma Vasudev and Kumari Surendra Saini, Chairperson of Bhavan's Mehta Vidyalay, to please be with us on stage too. We are very fortunate today that amongst the many Rasikas present in the audience, we also have the Honorable Chief Minister, herself a great Rasika, present with us. I invite you to take your seats on the stage, please. It is customary in India, to commence every auspicious occasion, every ceremony with an invocation. We will now have the Bhavan's Sarva Dharma prayer, which is based on traditional compositions from several religions that have been set to music by Mrs. Dolly Banerjee and Mrs. Neela Sarkar, and will be presented by the choir of the Mehta Vidyalay.
Shavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha तुकरिजुलमयता मिलल है वतर्जुकु मंतशाऊ बिगैरी हिसाब सदाकल्लाहुल अज़ीम वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोयसवसागुणं
guiding light of the Bhavan in all its endeavors. And you will be happy to note that on the occasion of the Platinum Jubilee, the Sarvadharma Prarthana sung by the Bhavan's Mehta Vidyalaya choir will be released and made available for all of us to take home. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to request the chairman of the Delhi Kendra, the Bhartiyavidyabhawan, to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister with a bouquet of flowers. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us on this special day. It means a lot to us. And now, Mr. Kari Khan, may I request you to please address this august gathering, welcome the chief guest and our other dignitaries.
It's a distinct pleasure and privilege for me to welcome in our midst the respected and ever popular Chief Minister of Delhi, Srimati Sheeladixit, and all of you, the Sangeet Rasikas of Delhi, to this annual event of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan, Delhi Kendra. The Bhavan was founded exactly 74 years ago to the date in 1938. And so this day marks the beginning of the Platinum Jubilee celebration year of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan. It also marks the beginning of the celebrations of the 125th year of that great visionary scholar statesman, Mr. K.M. Munshi. It was his vision that led to the founding of the Bhavan. K.M. Munshi's role in the development of India in culture, in the field of education, as well as in political science, in literature, has yet to be fully acknowledged and recognized. I hope that during the course of the forthcoming year, along with the Bhavan's own celebrations, K.M. Munshi's immense contribution to our country will also be duly acknowledged and recognized. So once again, I would like to thank the Chief Minister, Srimati Sheeladixit ji, for finding time to be with us this evening. It is often and frequently mentioned that the Chief Minister has decided to make Delhi the cultural capital of our country. I think she can take great comfort and satisfaction in the fact that Delhi already is the cultural capital of our country, thanks not largely but entirely to the efforts of the Chief Minister. And we all recognize this, appreciate this in Delhi. And that's why I think most of us, almost all of us, are very glad that Mrs. Dixit will stay on with Delhi and not move on to other avenues or other fields. With those words, I welcome you once again to this annual festival of the Bhavan. I hope that you all will enjoy yourselves for the next 3 days. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, sir. You'd be happy to know that this year's festival features concerts by 6 very eminent artists, including Pandit Bhajan Sapori, Srimati Bharti Shivaji, who will dance Mohiniyattam, Pandit Vishwamohan Bhatt, Pandit Chanulal Mishra, and on the final day, which is the 8th of November, when the Bhavan Sangeet Shikhar Saman will be announced, we will have Pandit Birju Maharaj and Dr. Bal Murli Krishna. Ma'am, one of the most significant features of this festival is the special souvenir that is brought out on the occasion, which focuses every year on an important theme relating to Indian music or dance. It has been recognized as a very valuable resource material on the subject. Earlier souvenirs have been collector's items, and they have contained contributions from experts on various aspects of music and dance. Last year's souvenir was dedicated to Indian musical instruments. This year, the souvenir is dedicated to Abhinav Gupta, the scholar and polymath from Kashmir, who was the first to highlight Bharata's Natya Shastra and celebrate its many contributions. It was he who is the first in the line of scholars who interpreted Bharata's Natya Shastra. The articles in this edition of the souvenir also come from the recognized pens of eminent writers and critics. But putting this souvenir together has been a labor of love of a great scholar of India, a great Indologist and scholar on India's performing arts traditions. I refer to Professor Bharat Gupta, who's present with us in the auditorium. I request you, sir, to please join us on the stage as the Honorable Chief Minister, our chief guest for today, will release this souvenir. Please, ma'am. Thank you. May I request you to please turn off your mobile phones? Once again, this souvenir, I'm sure, will become a collector's item. You'll be happy to know that on your way out at the desk outside, you will find copies of this souvenir. Do remember to take one with you. I thank you, ma'am, for doing us the honor. I thank Professor Gupta for editing the souvenir, and I thank all the contributors who've made this souvenir such a meaningful addition in our understanding of India's culture. All of us know the Honorable Chief Minister to be a great lover of Indian music and dance, in fact, all aspects of culture. May I invite you now, ma'am, to please deliver your eagerly awaited inaugural address.
All the very distinguished members of the committee who look after the Bhartiyavidyabhawan and all its activities, Mr. Ghare Khan ji, Ashok Pradhan ji, Uma Vasudev ji, Surinder ji, and all the very distinguished members of this audience. I feel really deeply very honored that I have been asked to come and inaugurate with all of you, all of us together, on this 125th birth anniversary of the late K.M. Munshi ji, and the 50th anniversary, 25th anniversary, 75th anniversary of this, the setting up of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan. Bhartiyavidyabhawan is not just an institution of education or institution of thought-provoking ideas. I believe that it represents the very ethos of Indian culture and Indian values. And that is why it is valued so much. It's one of those institutions which is not talked about too much, but its work has to be seen to be believed, and those who know about it respect it enormously. And it's always had a very distinguished panel of eminent thinkers, administrators, and writers who have contributed towards making this dream of K.M. Munshi Sahab alive. And we are very keen in Delhi to have yet another institute of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan. However, we are struggling to get some land for them, and I do hope we will manage it, because I think the more Bhartiyavidyabhavans we have, the more enriched our culture will be. With these words, thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You rightly recognized that the Bhartiyavidyabhavan, even as it straddles the two worlds of ancient heritage and a modern international outlook, it doesn't forget its origins and its sense of humility that marks our civilization. We will now proceed by inviting the artists of today's program to come onto the stage, and I request you all to please take your positions in the seats in the auditorium. It'll take us a minute to set the stage, but
इस समारोह की शुरुआत की जा रही है सुप्रसिद्ध संतूर वादक श्री भजन सोपोरी जी के रिसाइटल के साथ। तो आइए उनके सुपुत्र और शिष्य श्री अभय रुस्तम सोपोरी से बात की जाए। Abhay, what is your opinion about this festival?
It's a wonderful festival where we have a beautiful lineup of the legendary musicians, the senior musicians of the country, and whom we not only hear but we learn a lot from their recitals. And while the Bhartiyavidyabhavan is celebrating its 75th year, at the same time the 125th year of the person who contributed so much to the culture, to the Bhavan. And I feel any bit contributed towards culture is a major move. And with the 4th edition of this festival, I feel the Delhi music connoisseurs are going to have a beautiful time.
And what all are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm just going to relax since I'm not performing and just enjoy the musical performances.
Your family tradition is also an institution in itself. जो आप संतूर की सेवा कर रहे हैं, आपके पिताजी ने की है. So how does it feel to be a part of this family, and how are you taking this forward?
I think this is the best thing which could have ever happened with me, that I was born in the Sapori family, and that to a person like Pandit Bhajan Sapori Sahab. And a Sapori family, I mean, since it's the exclusive traditional Santoor gharana family of the country, I represent the 9th generation in this family. So the responsibilities are a lot. And it's just not the responsibility, it's also taking it forward, taking it to the people in every format, yet maintaining the tradition and yet trying to get in more music lovers. My efforts have been to reach out to the masses, even get to the corners of the country, because traveling around the world is very easy, but getting to the remote corners of the country is something which we forget as the citizens of the country, as very responsible citizens of India. And that's what I try to do, try to go to the border areas, try to go to my people basically. And over the years, it's been a wonderful journey for me. And with the kind of contribution that Papa has done, people say that one day I'll surpass him. I laugh on that because it's very difficult to even compare oneself with legendary musicians like him. But yeah, even a bit close to him, I think my job would be done.
Well, we say amen to that. What is he playing today?
About the raga, I'm actually not very sure. I'll have to confirm, but I think he has decided Rag Hemant. So looking forward to that, because that's very rare that people hear.
Looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Abhay.
Arts, which is actively involved in promoting Indian classical music, particularly in exploring its roles for healing, for training, and for revival of both instruments and compositions. For this work or spectrum of work that Samapa has done, it was awarded the State Government Dogri Award in 2011. Pandit Bhajan Sapori himself is a recipient of the Central Sangeet Natak Academy Award, the Padma Shri, Baba Alauddin Khan Award, and several others, including the Jammu and Kashmir State Award, the National Flag Honor of the Arab Republic of Egypt, and the Delhi Ratna Award. The list goes on. Today he will be accompanied on the tabla by Ustad Rashid Mustafa, nephew and disciple of the tabla legend, Ustad Ahmad Jan Thirakwa. Rashid Mustafa Sahab was not only born into, but lived in and married into families which are in the vanguard of classical music in India. He is a recipient himself of the Yehudi Menuhin Award, and from the Bhartiyavidyabhawan, he received the title of Thirakwa as well. On Sur Santoor, Panditji's, that is Pandit Bhajan Sapori's disciple, Roshan Ali Khan, will be accompanying, and on the Tanpura, Shubham Sarkar. It is customary in the Sangeet Samaroh of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan to welcome the artists with Mishri and Tilak. I now invite the artists to come onto the stage. And may I request you to please keep your mobile phones off. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening concert of the Sangeet Samaroh 2012, organized by the Bhartiyavidyabhawan, which starts with a Santoor recital by Pandit Bhajan Sapori, Santoor maestro and music composer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pandit Bhajan Sapori, Santoor maestro. I invite the students of the Bhartiyavidyabhawan School to please come and present Mishri and Tilak to the artists. Pandit Bhajan Sapori. On the Sur Santoor, Panditji's disciple Roshan Ali Khan. Tabla, Ustad Rashid Mustafa. And on the Tanpura, Shubham Sarkar. We now open the festival.
आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार। इजाज़त चाहूँगा मैडम आपसे। शुरुआत राग हेमंत से कर रहा हूँ मैं। निहायत खूबसूरत राग है, थोड़ा विकेट भी है। इसमें आलाप, जोड़ और कुछ गत बंदिशें पेश करूँगा। संतूर के ज़र्ब जो हैं, तंत्र है, लेकिन तंत्र गाने की अक्कासी करना चाहिए तो राग शास्त्र बरकरार रहता है। साज महज एक जरिया है अपने ख्यालात के आप तक पहुंचाने का, बयां करने का, लेकिन जो दर्शाता है बेसिकली गाना है, उसको उसी ढंग से परखना है, तोलना है कि राग वाकई जस्टिफाई होता है, ना एक बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक बन के रह जाता है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको अच्छा लगेगा। धन्यवाद। ऋषभ पंचम का लगाओ, देखिए, मुलाहिजा फरमाइए।